The Supreme Court upheld a compensation order in October against two Japanese companies over forced labor during Japan's 1910 to 1945 colonial rule of the Korean Peninsula. A large group of plaintiffs in Jeju is now suing the Japanese government over the forced labor. Joseph Kim reports.
Seogwipo-born Lee Hwa-cheol's father is one of the wartime labor victims. His father was forced into labor in a coal mine in Hokkaido during World War II. He endured the harsh forced labor, longing for his home and family. After Korea's liberation, he returned home, but without any pay for the labor.
진정으로 정말 반성하고 또 사과하고 그리고 보상도 해야 그 역사가 이제 좀 어떻게 좀 웬만하게 우리 국민들 마음에서 그 짐을 내려놓게 해야 양국 간의 그 문제, 국제 문제도 좋아지지 않겠느냐.
His son, Mr. Lee Hwa-cheol, is preparing for a class action lawsuit for damages against the Japanese government with the help of a civic group. The Supreme Court upheld a compensation order last year against two Japanese companies, Nippon Steel and Sumitomo Metal Corporation and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited, over forced labor during Japan's 1910 to 1945 colonial rule of the Korean Peninsula. The court's ruling encourages him to join the group suit even though evidence has been lost over time. A civic group has sought victims or their families who want to participate in the class action suit since the end of last year. About 2,000 islanders have joined the legal action.
할아버지가 어렸을 때 항상 이제 밥 먹다가도 흘리면 자기가 일본 그때 했을 때 얼마나 고생했느냐, 밥도 못 먹고 노도 일만 했다고 막 그런 얘기를 너무 많이 했었습니다. 한이라도 좀 풀어드릴까 그런 기회가 되지 않을까 그런 생각으로 해서 이렇게 오게 됐습니다.
Japan stationed its troops in Jeju and conscripted Jeju residents into forced labor to build military facilities, including air bases in the later stages of the Pacific War, right before Japan surrendered. But many of the surviving victims who can testify about the forced labor are still reluctant to participate in the lawsuit.
군사적 요충지였기 때문에 어떤 그런 것에 수도 없는 주민들이 거의 대부분이 다 동원을 되셨어요. 그리고 그때 당시 심한 공출을 당하시고 어떤 공출을 되지 못하시는 분들은 거의 다 노역으로 여자건 남자건 끌려가셨는데 그러한 증거들이 많이 없어요.
The island suffered most by Japanese imperialism among the nation's cities. Remnants of Japanese imperialism in Jeju still remind victims of the painful labor. Now, it's time for the government to help and support the suit. Governmental efforts should be made to survey the number of victims of wartime labor and what really happened on the island decades ago. Joseph Kim, KCTV.